got the word that we were going to have a major speech by President Kennedy. We did not know ahead what had gone on as far as his planning was concerned. This was all very highly classified up until Kennedy appeared on camera.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal?
The goal would be to put a man on the moon and bring him back alive within this decade.
Choose to go to the moon,
and he ended up saying, not because it is easy, but because it is hard.
But because they are hard.
And when I heard those words, I thought, he's absolutely right. It's not going to be easy. I headed up a group called the Guidance Control Division. I had about 120 engineers and technicians working for me in that role. And that is where I had the responsibility in the early years of designing the guidance and control system for the Saturn V after we got the assignment to go to the moon. We have hundreds of wires that run from the instrument unit down the full length of the rocket, and it controls every function within the rocket. On top of this third propel stage is what we call the fourth stage, which is the other name for it is instrument unit, in that it controls all of the electronic and computers and sensing systems that is used to control completely all of the functions of the three-stage rocket.
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
It was a highly successful program, and we brought all the 27 astronauts that actually went to the moon, 12 of them landing on the moon, the others going around the moon. 27 astronauts went to the moon and back. So we did an overkill on Kennedy's thing of put a man on the moon and bring him back alive. Looking back on it, on the whole program and the 60-something years that I've been involved one way or another, I'd say if I had my career to do over, I would not change it in one iota. I have to say that Auburn is a key part of that because they gave me the groundwork education, the Auburn experience, and then what I experienced when I became a part of this team and was able to work with this same group of people for essentially half of my lifetime. That is an experience that I give thanks to the Lord for, that I was able to be at the right place at the right time, and I have no regrets, want to do anything different.
Roger, the EVA is progressing beautifully. They're setting up the flag now. They've got the flag up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the lunar system.
End of story.
Please help me welcome to the stage Brooks Moore. I'd also like to note that Brooks will be celebrating his 95th birthday this coming Tuesday. Please join me in wishing him a very happy birthday.
Well, I'm sorry for the delay. I think but you got the key, though, and that word 95. And that means my voice is at least that old, too. But I would like to make a few remarks. First thing, I want to thank the organization for sponsoring this great event. That's been going on for 20 years. And there's a lot of work that goes into it, and I just want to congratulate the leadership, and that means our executive director and our president and the board and all of those that had all the support in putting this on, because it's certainly a great occasion. I never expected to be up here accepting this most prestigious award, but I suspect that out there's a couple of 3, 4 people of my very close friends at Auburn that probably nominated me. I have no idea who they are, but I want to thank you. And well, I tell you, I've got a lot of friends in the audience. And I had a bunch of them come by to speak to me, and I greatly appreciate that, because that is certainly a key. But it has been a great career that I've enjoyed, and I do have a couple of things that I am very proud of life achievements. And one is I have I'm the daddy and the granddaddy of a very great family who's take care of me, and they are here with me tonight. I have 2 tables full over there, and I'm out of the interest of time. I'm not going to single them out individually, but there's a lot of Auburn folks there, and every one of them means a great deal to me. But that is one of what I considered my lifetime achievement. The most important one in my life is my family. They all here at the table. And I guess number 2 is my friends. I value very much my friends, and I've got very many close ones, and many of you are here tonight, and there's a lot of other Auburn family friends that I cherish being able to get acquainted with you down, as Coach Jordan used to say, down through the years. He always used that phrase and I've been around for a lot of years, so I have accumulated a great number of friends. I count them in the hundreds, not just by the dozens. And there's so many within the Auburn family that have meant so much to me, and it's my opportunity I've had to associate with them and the management of the university and the faculty and the staffs, and I have been heavily involved with Auburn for a number of years. But I guess one of the things I'm extremely proud of is I am an engineer, as you might guess from what you just saw, but I consider it a very great pleasure and privilege to have been close friends of each of our 8 deans of engineers in the last 50 years. And that started with Dean Pumphrey and Grady Cox, and then with the others, 4 others along the way, and in particular Larry Benefield and now Chris Roberts. I tell you, those last 2 in particular have done more for Auburn than you can imagine. And when I walk the campus now and see what progress has been made in the last 20 years under the leadership of those 2, I feel like I'm really in an impossible dream. I mean, the facilities we had was the old Brown Hall and the shops and the L building. And now every time I come down, we've had several more buildings added, and not only buildings, but very valuable laboratories and all other aspects of what Auburn means to all of us. As far as my career, I'll be brief. There was one little statement at the end that sort of summed it up, and that was I was at the right place at the right time. And that right after World War II, our government decided we were badly behind in the rocket development, and they recruited Dr. Wernher von Braun, who was the renowned rocket scientist of that time, to come to the U.S. and bring 120 of his key people with him. I had finished at Auburn and went over to Tech and got a degree, a master's there, and fresh out, sort of. And I heard that team had been moved to Alabama, of all things, to Huntsville, to Redstone Arsenal. And I thought, hey, that sounds like possibly a good opportunity. So I made arrangements for an interview, and I talked to 3 or 4 of the senior German scientists, and on the spot, they offered me a job in the guidance control and electronic systems laboratory. And as we just mentioned in the film there, I accepted the job, and in later years, I actually became the director of that group. But I want to say it has been an interesting career, but I still say that my main achievements has been my family and my friends. And I want to thank Auburn for what it's done for me, that degree that I received here, and the exposure to the Auburn spirit. I mean, that's just something that you don't find anywhere else in the world, for it, I know. And I have been a part of that. And then, in particular, the way that Auburn has allowed me to continue to be involved for the 73 years since I got my degree. And of course, they should have kicked me out a long time ago. But Chris is patient. They kept me on the council for 51 years and still counting. And I did enjoy my 35 years on the research board. But it has been a great career. I give Auburn full credit for providing me a home, I might say. And there's nothing like it. And I'm so pleased to say I'm from an Auburn family. I mean, that's literally all of you, but also we're very much an Auburn family that's here tonight. And I did want to thank them for being with me, because they don't live any of them close by, but whenever there's something important going on in my life, they're here. And they came in from Alabama, all over Alabama, and Tennessee, and South Carolina to be with me tonight. And I just want to thank them. And in the brevity of time, I won't introduce them, but I want to thank them and remind them just keep up the tradition, and I'll keep bragging on you. Thank you.